golden vessel.
Okay, like we were saying, you're welcome once again to this channel. God bless you for watching. We appreciate what you're doing. And today I have a man here again. Yes. And also I have Darasini. Yes, we are going to be looking at something very educative today. And that is the importance of teens group in the church or in the school. Is it in the school or in the church, in our community generally?
Any organization.
In any setup. I want to see how teens group can actually affect the teenagers positively in the church, in the community, in the school. So I know them. And let's go to school now. How are you feeling about that?
I'm so excited. Like, okay. I'm very, very excited.
All right. And Darasini is also going to school. So how are you feeling about that? We are going to miss you guys in the church at Golden Vessel. We're going to miss you. Golden Vessel is our teens group that help the teenagers in the community, not only in the church. So, and they have been one of the active members. They are part of the school. So, and I know they have a lot of experiences. Let me start with Emma. They actually see that teens group is important, and if you think it's important, why do you think so? Let me start with Emma.
Okay. Teens group in the church is very, very important. It's like, in fact, it's one of the main pillars of the church, because nowadays you say leaders are the future of tomorrow. And I also feel like the teenagers in the church are also the leaders of tomorrow, because a time is coming when all these people that are very agile right now will get tired, because the Bible says that the strength of talking about strength and youth. So like the strength is in the young people now. So I feel like if the church does not take time to actually invest in teenagers in the church, then a time will come when the church will have to close, because the people that were teenagers at that time that they don't invest in, they will not have enough to give out.
Okay, you're looking at the aspect of spiritual. Let's get to help to build the younger generation.
Yes.
Okay, because the teenage is between 13 and 19. And to me, those years are very, 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 very important. As you see, the growing up issues, a lot of things that want to come up, and a lot of that. And so, from Ene's angle now, Ene said it's going to help. If you have a teens group, either in the church community or in the school, it will help to build the younger generation. Okay, let me talk to Darasini. Can you share with us, as the president of the Golden Vessel, what are your experiences? Can we start from there?
Okay. I feel like this current teenage we are the Gen Zs, right? Like, I feel like this Gen Z actually need more support and more direction, because we don't need control for direction. It's not like somebody will.
That's me saying something here, that there's no need for control but direction. Because an average young people don't want control. They feel they have their brain, so I'm using this medium to talk to our parents out there. They want direction. You can actually work it together, hear their opinion. Don't just say, do this alone. Tell them the reason why they have to do it. Tell them what will happen if they don't follow if they don't do a particular thing. For instance, now, okay, you want to teach your teenager to come back home on time. Maybe you want to set the time limit. Don't just say, you must not come to my house when it is supposed to. Tell one by one the danger of staying outside, and tell them what the reason why you said they should not stay outside late. I want to believe you understand me, because an average young person now, not in their own time, they will tell, your parents will tell you, sit down there, you will sit. But now they want to know the reason why they have to sit. They want to know what will happen if they don't sit. So let us explain this to them, so that they'll be able to own their own opinion. So I'm speaking that to our parents and to guidance and elderly people. Okay, continue.
So, I feel one of the importance of teens group in an organization we set up is that provide support for the growing generation. It provides support. as Gen Zs, we desire somebody that can support, somebody that can understand us. That's why most people fall victim of kidnapping or even rape or some cases, because they just want somebody that can understand them, somebody that they can confide in. Because most of the parents don't really understand this generation. They'll be like, what's happening to this one? So when I see somebody, I think I watched a movie of the girl was getting depressed. So he was chatting with somebody online.
Okay.
So, and that person was understanding her. That person although the person is a kidnapper, he just framed the profile. But as he's chatting with the person, he started finding confidence in the person. Before you know, she left home saying she was going to school. Then when she was going to school, she got to school, she dropped her things, and she left school for the guy's place because he feels the guys understand how she felt. So I think when there's an organization like that, especially in the church or any set of maybe schools, then it will be easier for us to guide.
Okay, what Darasini is saying is that if there's a teens group in the church or in the school, it will provide support. It could be emotional support, social support. You feel that somebody understands you.
Yes.
So you can actually come around and say, this is what you have done. I've seen cases of when young people, do something that is wrong, and they come and say, this is I've done, because they feel that they cannot hide this thing from the coordinator. So they want to come around and say, look at this is what I've done wrong. So, and then they can get healing, get corrected, and all of that. Okay, and then what way do you think, other reasons why you think there's need for teens group?
Okay. Another reason is that it helps you to grow emotionally and even mentally. Like, for example, Golden Vessel. Now, I remember before Golden Vessel, I used to be a very shy and timid person. But then, like, I could not even speak, even to my mates. I could not speak to them freely. But then Golden Vessels helped me a lot. Like, it helped me build my confidence because, like, I had to interact with other teenagers, other people my age, and even older than me, and it helps me to build my confidence. And apart from that, it helps me to grow emotionally. Like, when you see other teenagers, you interact with them, you will not be angry all the time, you will not be sad all the time.
Okay, that will even help you to, if you want to feel sad, you will control yourself. That will I be, every time what's happening to me. I remember there was a time something like that was happening. I think I remember that time. Can you remember when it's like this emotion of getting upset easily was coming in? Remember that happened to you, and probably you will think within you that am I the only one? I had to control that, and I discovered that that just happened for a short period of time. So from what I said, because you have to handle one or two things. You handle praise and worship. At the initial stage, it was difficult. I remember it was difficult to coordinate the program. I know like, and I see some other people doing this. I say, what is wrong with me? So this actually builds the confidence. So that is why we feel that there should be a teens group in the church or in the school, so that it will help the teenagers to build confidence to face issues of life. The confidence they build is not only to do program in the church or something. It has really worked with them. It's like a therapy. It has worked inside of them unknowingly. So when it comes to some other issues, they're able to speak up for themselves, they're able to say no to some things they need to say no to. Not because their friends are mounting pressure on them and they cannot talk and they fall victim. So when we have teens group in the church, of course, or in the school or in our community, it will help the teenagers to grow successfully into adulthood. Okay, Darasini, is there any other thing you need to add?
Yes, a teen group will help because I think every teenager, everybody has a potential inside of them.
Okay.
So a teen group will help them maximize those potential, just like what Ene is saying. To help them maximize, like put it into practice,
Yes,
to develop those potentials and just see them going forward and all of that.
That's fine. I agree with you totally, because like Darasini now has a song he has released. You will not just come from nowhere and start maximize your potential like that. I don't think it happens that way. You just
have
wake
to
up from
start-
there.
you have to
You have to start
start
from somewhere. Say that you're leading praise and worship in the church. Everybody say, oh, this is nice. Or in the school or your community. Everybody say, oh, this is great. This is good. And you feel, oh. But you got to a point when as he came up with his song. And I want you to go right now and download the song. And he rescued me. And it
The Great
personally,
Rescue.
yes, the what?
The Great Rescue. Just can
The
just
Great-
search the Oh yes. The Great Rescue.
Speak more about it, please.
The Great Rescue song God gave me concerning how He brought, because it was a personal story. So God actually rescued. It was like a rescue mission. So the song came out. That's I think December 1st last year. So just check. So don't play too.
I think it's
December 1st.
Okay.
December 1st, yes.
When we did the anniversary in the church, we played the song. Maybe it's November.
I think it's November.
This will be
I'm not really familiar with it, but
They are not figure
not
friendly.
figure friendly. Yes. So around last year, November, December, you can just check Boom Play, The Great Rescue, and check just research The Great Rescue by Marvelous. You see that, and I will love the piece.
Okay, that's beautiful. You can see, you can just go Google that and listen to it. The first time I listened to the song, I was inspired. Now, going back to what we were saying, and sometimes too, before I go back, sometimes the song used to play in my heart. So I will just listen to the song again and again. And I'm sure if you go out and listen to this song, you're going to be inspired. Okay, back to our discussion now. How did it come about that? It's because of the teens group in the church. That's in the church, I think in the school too.
Yes.
Okay, there's also teens group in the school.
In the school.
That actually made him to know, to discover that potential. He didn't just discover, some people discover
Yes.
that potential, they didn't do anything about it.
And well, I think when I was in SS1, my classmate, one of my classmates asked me, say, why is it that in GS1, GS2, GS3, you're not singing? Nobody knew you can sing. The SS1 suddenly just started singing, and how did it happen? I'm like, I didn't just start singing. I've been singing, but I've not been able to maximize it at that point in time. So it was true, because we have fellowship in schools. So I had some friends with me, we sing and all of that. So via that, it's actually increased the
Okay,
sing.
so the potential, you actually, it stirred up the potential inside of you. Because you are called upon, like in Golden Vessel now. Sometimes, many times you lead praise and worship, it's a responsibility you accepted as King's president to do one or two things, and through that, be able to, discover your potential and you can sing to the extent of taking that bold step. I tell you, it's not actually easy to do something like that. You may have the idea that you want to do something, but you just discover that you cannot just do it because there's no confidence, you don't believe in yourself, there's this fear of taking a step, and you're like, but all of that has been taken care of because you have this a powerful teens group that have built the confidence and I want to speak to teenagers out there. It is time to discover your potential, okay? Discover your potential and make use of it. You will love yourself for doing so. I told you about someone who discovered herself in the area of tech. Now today, she's doing fine for herself. So many people have discovered that they have potential to write. Instead of doing something else that will harm you, that will discover yourself and occupy in that area you have discovered yourself. So what else do you have to say? Okay, and then for things support in the church, in the school, please have something else to say. Your person, can you just tell us your personal experience at the Golden Vessel?
Okay, in the Golden Vessel, I'm part of the S school in Golden Vessel, and being part of the S school has made me grow spiritually, first of all. Then even mentally, because in my dealing with people, like on a very good day, I'm not.
A reserved person.
I'm not like. I don't like disturbance. I don't like anybody coming.
Go my way, I go my
Yes,
way.
I just like to
Go your way, I go my
I
way.
just like to stay on my own. But then, being part of the Golden Vessels, especially being part of the S school, you have to interact, you have to go for visitation, you have to go and visit, you have to call. Sometimes some people are annoying. But
Okay.
because of like that consciousness,
Okay.
you just have to like learn, and I feel like it has helped me so much. Even outside Golden Vessel, I now know how to like
Relate with
interact,
people.
interact with people, relate with people very well. So it has helped me.
Okay. Okay. So when you see someone who's not actually doing very fine, and the person start doing fine, how do you feel? Maybe at the good university, I think we have examples like that. Maybe somebody who was not responding and all of that, all of a sudden you just see that the person begin to, relate well and do all of that. How does it make you feel?
Like very good, very, very happy. Because I remember one time we told us that this ministry work is as if like a pregnancy. I remember one time like that.
Okay, like you're pregnant.
Like you're pregnant, so you're like
You want to
taking
labor.
care of your pregnancy. So
Okay.
it makes like whenever I see something like that, I always like we are saying, okay, we have delivered, we have gone to the labor room
I have
and
delivered
we have
this one.
delivered this one.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, and when you do that, you just have to nurture the people too. So you don't give up. I remember that you don't have to give up on people. And I'm speaking to either church leaders, school leaders. You don't have to give up on young people. Keep on supporting them. Provide spiritual support, provide social support, emotional support in non-areas. So even if you are not seeing the changes will come. We've seen examples even at the Good University. Okay, Yasmin, can you share your experience as this president?
For me, I feel like it's like a training ground.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
that.
a training ground. From time to time, you have to start learning to understand people, like what you said. Then you begin to see things from people's perspective. You start learning leadership skills, start learning communication skills, start learning even psychological skills. It's just like a training ground, guiding people. When you have a vision, now you understand the pain of your leader. You understand the pain people are going through. So you begin to envision things and begin to know that, you begin to learn that when people are coming from different angles, different background, different different influence that they've had in their lives. So bringing them together in a focus, it takes strength, it takes help from God. So it's like a training ground, building you up for
So
more than
many
God
areas.
has in
Yes,
store for
even in
you.
the future. I love that because you just act like that in